Um, ugh, I don't click off. Sorry, I was trying to think of words. My mom was a stripper before, once, not anymore. I don't even think I was. I think she's been a stripper for like a while, at least a decade. At least a decade. Yeah, but she was one before. And so whenever I feel neglected, I sort of think of the stripper not living because paying for that freaking lap dance. That's what I think of. And I don't mean it in a sensuous way. I guess it comes off that way and it definitely has an implication of being sexual. But I just feel like she doesn't love me, guys. How else can I mean it other than that? I really strongly detest drugs. I'm so angry and I'm like so upset that it's so. When white people take drugs, it's like rich. It's like, oh, I'm so silly, I'm rich. Haha, it's so funny that we're taking drugs and heroin and we're smoking pot and snorting meth. Like it's like funny and quirky when they do. But because it's like, ooh, this is what poor people do. But when someone actually in poverty and the poor people that get hooked to drugs because our government is designed that way and the right thing and like, how do we get drugs in our country in the first place, dude? How do we get them in our country in the first place? They're coming from somewhere. And I just I really hate it. I hate it so bad. I hate drugs. I hate drugs. I hate people who sell drugs. I wish they wouldn't. I wish that, I wish I was my mom's mom so I could control her and tell her what to do. I think to a certain extent that I don't know who my mom is. At least I don't understand who she is. When you know somebody, you love somebody, you can name things about them that you love, you know? I can name things about my friends that I love, because I love my friends. And I can name things about my grandma that I love. I really love her hearty laugh, you know? She sounds almost like childlike when she does laugh. She sounds almost childlike. It's really cute. Toy Story is my comfort film, and I like to hear it in the background. Also candles. This one's Floral Breeze. That's one's Sugared Lemon Zest. Yeah. But my grandma, she laughs at like really stupid, dumb things. Like really, she laughs at dad jokes. They really crack her up. And so she'll lean forward and she literally will slap her knee and be like, that's a good one. And I think it's just so cute and innocent of her, the way she responds to jokes. And I think it's so cute, you know? Because when people grow up, people do change over time and stuff, but I do think that even an old woman, she still is, like, deep down, she's that little girl who wanted a doll, you know? And there's just this curious, innocent toddler and child. I think that's really precious. Because even when I'm older, I don't think I'll be maybe the bad parts of myself. I don't think I'll be my teenage rebellion. Maybe in some aspects I will be. But when I'm old, I think I still will be, this child playing in the paid playground or watching Megamind and Puss in Boots on repeat because I love Puss in Boots and I love Megamind. And so I'm still gonna be like this kid drinking out of my baba. That's still somewhere deep inside of me, even when I'm an adult. And so I just think her laugh is just so innocent and cute. And I love my grandma and I love her laugh. I can't name anything about my mom that I love. And I don't think she can name anything she loves about me. I don't think she knows my favorite color, you know? Which I know, um, my friend could answer, which is I don't have a favorite color because I don't do favorites. I don't do absolutes. I have a top 5 that are in no particular order. Yeah, I don't think she would know that about me. Even my dad doesn't. And I have a relationship with my dad. And he's like, "You like black?" And I'm like, "No, I like pink. I don't ever wear pink, but I like pink. I wear black because I don't know. That's the color I like to wear. I like to get black clothes, but I do like pink. I like pink and I like brown and I like green. I don't think my mom knows anything about me, you know? And I think part of it is that I am also antisocial as a rule with my family. I feel like I do definitely have this innate love for my kin, but I cannot verbally express this to them, and I have a really hard time, like, to the point sometimes my dad does not believe that I love him because of the way I am not very talkative with him as I am talkative with my friends. I don't know why, but it is that way. And I just think that because he's my dad, I obviously with your parents, you don't might not feel comfortable being 100% honest about yourself, especially because like you might joke with your friends, but might not really exactly joke with your parent the same way. Especially I have a really old father, but I think he could name things that I like. He knows that I like Hellboy, and he knows that I like Skyrim, and we hang out in little ways that we can. And people who know me, they can name things that I like to eat. Really very basic surface level things like that. But it's like nobody loves me to the extent of knowing what books I like to read. And knowing that I do like to read. Knowing that I like that I don't like to write, but I make a habit of it because I think it's important to do. And just general miscellaneous things like that. And nobody, it sucks. Because, like, let me open Pinterest right now. I don't want to make a habit of going by phone when I do videos. But if you were to literally to, like, look up mother-daughter quotes, like, it feels like motherhood and mother-daughter relationships are so integral. Like, I guess it's the trope of, like, the way a son needs their dad. Because who are they going to play catch with? And they're watching someone else play catch with their dad. And it's just like, they are jealous of other people for having that. I'm thinking of scene where he's like making a ball with a fight with his father. If you look up mother daughter quotes, it's like there's so many freaking like you can't really see glare. Can I lower it? You'll see it. There's so many like different like little mother daughter quotes on here, and people like a mother is your best friend, your first friend, and your forever friends. Like, things like that. Really cheesy, corny stuff like that. But it's like so many people resonate with that, but I don't resonate with that. My mom was never my friend. And I don't have it that bad. I have women in my life, adult women who love me in my life who are related to me, but it can never fully replace her. I feel like I will always have this hole in my heart and that she can feel, but that she won't feel. Or maybe she can't feel it anymore. It's like, I don't know. Um, I went to prom, my junior prom. My aunt did makeup, and no, my aunt did my hair, my sister did my hair. They took turns, and then my sister had her friend do my makeup. My mom could do makeup. My mom used to be a hairstylist. Then she went to do tattoos. And then she went back to drugs. And it's just like, she could be in my life. She's fully alive. She's fully capable. No, her hands work. She has dexterity in her hands. She could be in my life, and she's choosing not to. And I wish I was as addicting to her as her vices are. I wish she'd want me, you know? And I feel really bad saying that because I don't even think that I love my mom. Because I don't think she can name anything she loves about me. I've said this, but I don't think I can name anything about her that I love. I can name things of her that I'm jealous of. And I could admit maybe like her dark complexion is very visually appealing. I wish I had her dark skin, but I'm pale like my father. I can name things like that, you know, but I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is. I have no idea who my mom is. I don't know if I ever will. I don't know. It's really, it's just upsetting. It's upsetting because whenever she comes into my life, for some reason, I think I know deep in my heart that she might not ever be what I want her to be. And I don't think I've ever actually even had her properly as a mom, you know? Like, I can't name one time that we did something typical of a family would do. And I know when I was very, very little, like a toddler, she looked at me, she took care of me. But according to my family, I'm sorry for me wiping my nose with this, but according to my family, they did not, she did not, treat me well, and she abused me when I was a kid. So, I don't know. I don't know who she is, and even then she was on alcohol, drunk all the time. Now it's drugs. And I've seen pictures of her when she's really young, and I look at her and I don't know who that is. I look at her now, and I don't know who that is. But I look at her then too, and it's just like, I will never know a sober version of you, of her. And I'm just so jealous of older people in my life who knew my mom when she was a kid or when she was a teenager, because I think she was a bad teenager, but like even then, like maybe they knew who she is, a concept of who she is. You know, you're not fully from them, essentially, in your brain to be a person. But it's really upsetting. I also think that, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while. I didn't see my mom for her birthday, and I didn't see her for Mother's Day, and I didn't see her for Christmas, and I didn't see her for Thanksgiving. And then came to the house, and she left twice, maybe three times now. Middle of the night, he's like, I'm going to my friend's house. I was like, you're gonna go two times because you don't love me enough to stay here with me. And, you know, I go and sit in a room with her. Then it was years. But, I sit in a room with her, and we don't talk. We sit in silence. And it's uncomfortable silence. It's not content silence. It's not happy silence. It's not relieved. Relief, not relieved. It's uncomfortable. It's depressing. It's awkward. It's unfamiliar. And she'll go to me and she'll say, I love you, and she'll try to hug me. But do you know when you hug someone and it just like feels so right? Like deep down, it feels so right to hug that person. And it feels so safe and warm and familiar. I don't feel like I don't feel that way when she hugs me. I feel really uncomfortable. I feel like there's a random lady hugging me, and I don't like it, and it just makes my skin crawl. It does. I feel like me and her are two puzzle pieces belonging to a bigger picture, and we used to fit right next to each other, you know, like it would just like they just go together. But I feel like we've defiled ourselves so much and have been so worn out that now the puzzle pieces won't go back together. They don't fit anymore. They're rusted. Not even rusted, it's from metal, but it's like they're just they've degraded. They've degraded and now they don't go together. That's how I feel with her. Even then, it's like, she used to call and just go and talk to me like, I want to be your mom. I'm gonna be your mom. I'm gonna please have custody of you. It's like, you don't want me to be your daughter. You want to use me to get freaking support from the government, which I get that. I get why you would want that. I think you deserve to have support from the government without being like, I have my daughter with me. But you realize that I'm almost an adult, so the government doesn't care about me because I'm not a freaking newborn. You know? Like I've said in my first video, like the wait list to get housing when you're homeless is like 20 years. So can we go up to 20 years? I've known people who've been on that wait list for 20 years. But it's just it feels so unfair. I know she doesn't owe me anything. I know by no rules or nothing, by no real rules, I guess, that she owes it to me to be my mom or be this person that she never wanted to be that person. It's unfair for me too. Because I want that person. I want to have a mom. I was just a kid. I wanted to have a mom. And when I was really little, she would dress us up the same, and I see pictures of it. And I want to be dressed up the same as her. It's not even her. It's just the idea of her that I'm so attached to. I like, I don't know. Why would you even have me if you're gonna treat me this way? It's not fair to me. And she doesn't deserve this. She's not obligated to me. But I really wish that she wouldn't have done that to me. Not to hurt me that much. It's the airport scene. You can't really see the screen, but they're in the airport. But it's so cute. I love her so much. When I was a kid, I had Woody and Jesse and Buzz Lightyear. And I had the T-Rex. I'm a LARP, I don't know. She sold them. She did that. I wish she would have sold them. Wouldn't want to have abandoned Jesse like that again. Alone Woody. Yeah. Sucks because there's so many people in my life who love me. I don't love them, you know. I feel like I don't love them enough. And my mom, you know, like I said, I don't know if I do love her. I don't know how I can measure love. I don't know how someone measures or defines it. But like, I want her this badly. Clearly, if I can cry over her and I can weep over her, some part of me loves her in some way. Just because that's, you know, how I just guess. That's just how chemicals work and biology works. Or kin, you know? But it's very painful for me. Why is there wetness on my neck? Yeah. It's not wetness, it's tears, but you know what I mean? Tears are damp, but yeah. She didn't have her young. She didn't have her. And that's why she ended up, I don't know why. She has her own autonomy, but I do think it led her to be messed up. I wish she would realize that she loves her dad so much and she wants her dad so much and she does so many things in her life that her dad has done, that my grandpa has done. That she loves him, but he wasn't there for her. And I wish she would realize that and think that she could be there for me. That she could be my mom. If she wanted to be my mom, I wouldn't accept it though. Because you can't come here. I'm almost gonna be 17. You can't come into my life when I'm about to be 17 and think that you could be my mom. Because where were you when I graduated 5th grade? Where were you on my first day of high school? Where were you for my prom? Where were you for my track meets? Where were you for mock trial? Where were you for anything, you know? Where were you when I had my AP exam and I was stressed out? And everyone else came with that for the AP exam because of the if you're having testing in the library, so the librarian said you could bring food in the morning for testing. And so everybody brought food from their mom. Where were you when people had food from their mom? Where were you on Mother's Day? I wanted to celebrate you. Where were you? Where were you? Where were you for any of my birthdays? Any of them? You know, not even for a gift, but just to be there in my presence. You weren't there. Because I don't mean as much to you. Because it'll get you freaking hot. I don't think people realize how jealous I am. I'm so jealous of everyone who has like all of your family. Mom's taking me to Disneyland. I've been to Disneyland with her. I love Disneyland. It's my guilty pleasure. It's my guilty pleasure. It's fucked up, you know? I used to write really sad poetry about her. I think couldn't get rhyme and everything. When she came back a few days ago, I didn't exactly write poetry, but I wrote. It doesn't rhyme. So I wrote. And I wrote. And I wrote. And I wrote. It's just that she wants to use me. I'm gonna read out text. Um, I'll switch hands like this is her and this is me. I don't know how else I can show it to you because my freaking for context. I don't know why Mexican families they call their children they call their sons daddy and they call their kids their daughters mommy. I have no idea why. Like I have my cousin, we call him Papacito, which is like basically little daddy. I don't know why we do that. I don't even know what to read. I miss you so much. I miss you so much. The only way to get custody of you is if I pick you up and we go to court so we're a lawyer together. Mama, and they hear both of our side. They will ask you if you want to live with me and be in my custody, and you will say yes. I love you. Call me when you get a chance. Come live with me. You will like the school over here. How are you doing? How are you feeling? I can pick you up any minute and get an emergency order. You know I would do that. We can be in our own place now. I can take you there and we can move closer. I can do that. How have things been? You will like the school I'm in, a good area. How have things been, baby girl? I'm so happy you reached out. I think about you every second and every day. How have you been? What have you been up to? Talk to me. How is everything? I think of nothing. I think of nothing but you. But to you. But literally do you? But literally do you? And literally when have you thoughts of nothing but me? Literally when? Just tell me when. Were you thinking about me on Mother's Day? Were you thinking about me on my birthday? She doesn't like me. Then it sucks because my mom, she has brain damage as well. So it's like I'm talking about her this way, but you have to realize she doesn't even have the mental capacity of someone my age. She doesn't have the mental capacity of someone my age, and she has brain damage, and she can't remember things, and she has no sense of awareness. But you weren't thinking about me. She just wants to use me. But I can't even say anything because I want to use her too. My idea of relationships and love is so messed up because of her. It sucks. The only person who can really relate to me on this is my siblings. But we're so far, far apart from each other distantly, like emotionally distant. And I'm mean to my mom. I'm really mean to her. And my family gets mad at me for being mean to her. My grandma says I'm mean to her, and then I yell at her. My mom and my sister tells me the same thing, but it's like, I'm so pissed off at her. I'm so angry at her. Sometimes I think I hate her. Just, there's nothing so intimate about a mother. There really is. And I wish I could experience it, but I never can. Like, I never can. At this point, I never can. I to know what it feels like. I want to know what it feels like for the puzzle pieces to fit together. But I won't. I won't. I won't. That's all I want, is to know what it feels like to fit together. She's just so many messages and she wants me more because I don't want me. Don't want me. And then she wants me to school one time. It's just like, whatever, dude. Like, literally, dude, whatever. Because I just want to use her too. I want to use her. I wish. Hey, antisocial. There were times before she got worse. And she'd ask me, do you want to go to the mall? Do you want to go to the mall? Do you want to try to dress it? I don't want to. I didn't want to. And now I wish I had. So I have the memories. Because I miss all the memories we didn't have. Like, I miss them too. Like, I'm so. I wish we could have had them. You know? Dude. Just so off. Bye, internet. Oh wait, they're playing you gotta for me. That's so sweet. That's so sweet.